After having spent a few days exploring South Tyrol, we set our sights over the horizon to a little mountain paradise in the province of Trentino. As we ventured forth, we educated ourselves about Italian history and reveled in the spectacular scenery around us.
Miss Emily is trying to figure out where we go in to our bed and breakfast. Oh, it's right there.
Where?
Right here. We arrived at the bed and breakfast in Canal San Bovo, and we're trying to converse with the owners a little bit.
Cuesta $300 por un día por ski.
Camminare.
Another couple came in and we got to talk to them because they spoke English and Italian. We decided all to go out to dinner for pizza together.
What?
You guys don't put olives on your pizza?
What?
Olives?
Ah, yeah.
Bresaola.
Yeah.
What is it?
Bresaola. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Marina, what do you have?
Ciao. Prosciutto e funghi.
And for me, pepperoni, onions, and gorgonzola.
Nice.
Very good.
Quattro formaggio.
Off to another beautiful day of skiing. Are you ready, Dylan?
Let's hit the slopes.
There's a huge line of cars going up to this ski resort, and everybody's going up to the parking area. It's full, but there are no signs down here about it, and then they're turning back around and driving right back. So now everyone's just parking on the side of the road where they're not supposed to. So there was a little bit of a fiasco with the rental place. They did not have boots my size, so my choices were either to get ones that were too big or too small. And I first opted for the ones that were too small and then couldn't feel my calves about 5 minutes later, so asked them for the bigger ones. But now skiing is actually really difficult with these because to lift up my heel, I have to like curl my toes up, and it's already giving me calf cramps. So not ideal, but I guess that's what you have to deal with when you rent.
Yeah, people there.
Exactly. There's no map so far, so we're just gonna have to hope for the best. Perfect match of skis versus pants today. Very fashionable.
Yep, they got the memo.
It was Snow Music Week at San Martino, which meant live DJs with sick beats and snow bunnies in neon jumpsuits.
Let's go, man. There's a DJ right there.
Party town!
know who was me?
Nope.
He went pointing this way, I was over there.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, go down and I'll get it from here as you go.
The snow was just as fun as the vibe. It was a mix of fake and real snow, but somehow perfectly fluffy and easy to turn. Finally, I felt brave enough to do some harder runs.
The first couple days of skiing, I was really cautious just because we have quite a bit of vacation to go. And so getting injured would definitely, ruin a lot of what we still have on the agenda. But the third day, I kind of started to let loose a little bit and have a little bit more fun with it. This one's so scary that people are coming back up.
The slopes were busy the first half of the day, but cleared out after lunch, much to my surprise. For most of the afternoon, the hills were close to empty, allowing us to fully appreciate the wide, sweeping views of jagged mountaintops.
A couple rides ago, I dropped my pole up on this lift, so I decided to leave it, and then decided I'm gonna actually go for it.
There's Dylan looking for his pole that he dropped from the lift. Hopefully he finds it. It's not easy getting up there.
Tried to ski in this snow over here, which is super hard pack on top and then soft underneath, so you can't really ski and turn. So I got caught a couple times, fell over sideways, went head over heels, but
There he is with 2 poles. Mission accomplished. Nice job.
it was hard.
Just in time, the lift's about to close.
Somebody's hungry.
When you don't get lunch because there's too big of a line at the ski resort.
Pepper, cookies, almond milk.
And restaurants here don't open for dinner till 7. They open at 7. So, I've got a few hours before I can get other food. This works. San Martino, there weren't really good food options. It was basically just pizza and hamburgers. So we just skied right through the day. We just skipped lunch, and I think we had brought like an orange or something in the backpack, and so that was about it. It was a hungry day, but it was such fun skiing, it kind of didn't really matter. I would go again.
Yeah, for sure.
Sucker tube is all frozen, so I have to chug it out the side. We had learned our lesson the first ski place that we went to, that in Europe, or at least in Italy, they don't have free water at the ski resorts. So we brought our sucker tube. Dylan wore a backpack, and that worked real well at first until the sucker tube froze. Did the whip it method work?
Yep.
After a full, tiring day of skiing, we returned to Canal San Bovo. The interesting name actually comes from Canale del Sambuco, which is the Latin word for elderberry.
This way?
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay.
All right, keep going. I enjoyed the bed and breakfast. It was fun trying to communicate with the owners, which they did not speak very much English, if any, but it was still good. We figured things out. A very cute place. They took care of us. The breakfasts were amazing. Lots of fun little things to eat, little breads and croissants and different fruits and cheese, and she actually gave us like a whole pot of coffee, so that was great.
Unlike most places where you just got a little tiny espresso handed to you.
Right, so we could keep filling up our cups. So I was happy about that. It was probably the most coffee I had on the whole trip.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the social element of it, that we got to meet locals and hear about their lives and see how people live out there. You know, that's sort of the point of travel. So I think that supersedes, in my mind, staying in a hotel, you know, just because you actually got to meet people.
Yeah, highly recommend it.
Today we decided, instead of doing a second day at San Martino, we're gonna try its cousin resort, Passo Rolle.
Passo Rolle is only 20 minutes away from San Martino, but it feels like a completely different universe. It's delightfully undiscovered and unpretentious, just a cluster of buildings and a free parking lot, hanging out next to a sharp, towering face of ancient rock.
Very low-key parking lot. What do you think?
Very, very quiet, pretty chill.
This literally just feels like we're in a little town.
Small little town, couple little stores, a little gift shop, that kind of thing. We found the rental shop, which was basically this little, I don't know, 10 by 10 foot space with a bunch of skis and boots in it, and just 2 people working in there. Very small space.
Ciao. Ciao. Okay.
We got some good gear out of them and got sized up with our boots and everything.
It was impressive there was a rental shop.
Same owner for the ski rental as the little gift shop. They were kind of connected, and it looked like their mom or the grandmother was running the gift shop side.
Cutest store ever.
Right. Ski slopes were fun, definitely small. There's definitely a lot of like beginners and people teaching their kids, and lots of like friendly family kind of stuff going on. But we skied there for quite a bit. It was a little icy, a little granular. People walking around with sleds, and I think they were probably just using like parts of the lower part of the hills for sledding, and then there were some hiking trails that probably went off to other places. not bad, I would say.
There were bare spots for sure. So you really had to kind of watch where you were going because there'd be like a puff of grass here and a rock here. It wasn't
not
like
bare
pure snow.
spots?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Presumably, when the snow is deep, all of Passo Roble is connected. However, when we were there, the road was melted, and so we couldn't ski over it, and instead wound up doing a little hike. I actually found it a bit quirky and endearing.
It was just wild how small it was. I've never been anywhere like that. I guess that's how a lot of ski resorts probably started, was that tiny before they really became resorts. But it was very cool to see. Very different vibe than anywhere I've ever been.
Yeah, very easygoing.
Awesome. Got it.
Bunch of different kind of lifts, chair lifts and things like that. But the one that was the funnest was what they call the button lift, which is basically kind of like if you know a T lift or a J lift. It basically is a rope that comes down off the cable with a round plate on it, and you stand at the gate to get loaded up, and the ski lift guy holds it and kind of pushes it between your legs, and then you're supposed to just stand there and let it kind of like pull up against your butt and pull you up the hill. But Emily thought that she should sit on it, so I look back and her knees are bent and she's pulling and swinging on the thing as the Italian ski lift guy was yelling in Italian for her to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Yeah, but nobody knew that's what he was saying because it was in Italian.
You survived.
Okay.
You stayed on.
My skis flew all over the place, but I did figure it out, and then I didn't fall off, which...
No, made it to the top, and then it was dismount. Yeah.
I did it. Oh, man.
Well, if that story doesn't inspire you to make art, I don't know what will.
We had a beautiful morning half-day ski here. It's a really good spot. I would recommend it.
All right, you got a legit bombardino with whipped cream and everything, and I got a punch. I forget, it's some kind of orange that I asked for.
Reinvigorated from our aperitif break, we set off for a mini excursion into the Paneveggio forest, just a short drive down the other side of the pass. The Paneveggio is also known as the Forest of Violins, due to its use of wood in Stradivarius violins. Spruce wood is, in fact, particularly elastic. It transmits sound better, and its lymphatic channels are like minuscule pipe organs that create resonance. For this reason, the trees are felled in the waning moon between the months of October and November, when there is a lesser amount of lymph in the trunk. We walked the Marcio Trail, which is a short, easy, and popular route. It famously ends at a beautiful suspension bridge overlooking a waterfall. Back in the car once more, we flipped our course and rolled back down the mountain, coming to stop at a lively and festive town called Fiero di Primiera. There, the air was humming with some delightfully peculiar live music. Salvarek is a legendary Dolomitic forest entity who lives a silent and secluded existence covered in plants. Various local legends recount him teaching humans to make butter or cheese, or bestowing fertility upon village women. As we witnessed here, he is apparently also a talented musician. We took a break from the music to explore the historic town, which dates back to the 15th century.
We were given these strange little donut things. Dylan, what's it taste like?
Tastes like a cracker.
Our evening in Fiero di Primiera was truly memorable and an excellent end to our time in San Martino. You might be wondering, who is San Martino? San Martino di Castrozza is named for Saint Martin of Tours, who gifted his coat to a poor man on a cold evening. In the medieval era, religious orders built hospices across key routes along the Alps to support travel and pilgrimage. One such hospice was erected here in honor of the generosity and kindness of Saint Martin. The original monastic community disappeared by the 15th century, but the hospice function continued. During the Austro-Hungarian period in the 19th century, parts of the old hospice were converted into inns or guest houses, and tourism began to emerge.
Honestly, I wish we had a couple more days of skiing, but I'm looking forward to what is on the horizon.